I nearly forgot to press record there. So welcome back to Angling 360. And we have glorious sunshine, which might not be ideal for what we're after the day.
No, definitely not. It's a nice change though, because the weather has been horrendous lately, hasn't it? It's been just horrible.
This was meant to be a shark video. Back get kiboshed due to the wind.
So plan B, what is
Here we
plan B?
Perch.
Perch.
We've not done much yet this year.
And anything has not been very good.
It's been tough going. Maybe this is not the year for the sea trout or the perch.
It'll come good, it'll come good. Into July now, just into July, so as the summer progresses, I'm hoping the fishing, at least the perch fishing, will get a wee bit better. The sea trout fishing will just dissipate into nothing, I would think, but
Aye.
still.
We'll never pick off the one or two, don't we, this time of year?
Later on.
However, the plan is to try and get a
Just
£2. If you hear a £2 plus would be good.
Aye.
A good achievement.
Aye, definitely.
So the plan is just to have a wee morning session here. This spot gets busy, extremely busy. Not just with anglers, with everybody that likes to use the water for whatever they enjoy using the water for. And then we're maybe going to
Just take a wee saunter up the west coast, I think,
Yeah.
just going to stop off. I don't think there's any plan, they're just going to go
we're
and
just going to
take a couple of lure rods and just
see what
we can get.
We've even got a mushroom basket with us.
A wee bit of foraging in between as well.
I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but
We like it.
personally a bit of mushrooms and toast. So well, let's get some dangling done.
Some perch.
Soft plastics and lures, soft plastics and lobs.
Slobs, just lobs.
Just lobs. Oh, there's tons of fry about. I reckon the wee fish lures will work.
Right, I've just said to Gordon there, off camera, right, perch, first drop. So he's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm now under pressure because it's now on camera. But yeah, cannot go wrong with a drop-shotted lobworm. And we fished here before, and back then there was millions of fish. Nothing big, but millions of fish. So I'm expecting a fish straight away here. I'm just going to go off this side. Gordon just said there's millions of fry, and you might even be able to pick that up in the camera. There is millions of fry. It's not very deep. But I have put pressure on myself here. I said, perch, first drop. We'll see. I think the last time we fished here, I hooked a decent pike on the lobworm. Failed to land it, mind you, but I hooked it. Right, maybe second drop. Just going to work my way around the pier, I think. We'll find them.
That's going to take long. First drop for me. Let's just hope they get bigger.
It's just a silhouette at the minute.
Yeah, let's get the hook out first. I use tackle tarts. I know there's a lot of these out there. Gunky finesse rod. A 2000 Akumu jaw reel loaded with 20-pound braid. Lip to lip, 10-pound fluoro. That's a fancy new hook that I've bought, which the name of it escapes me. Has an actual drop shot hook. Slightly bigger. Just covers all bases for lobs, soft plastics, creature baits. And then down to a, I think that's a 12 gram drop shot weight. Now I'm going to give away a trade secret here. One of my favourite ways to fish the worm, especially the log worms. Rather than fishing a big whole worm, fish half of it, the head end. Don't ask me why, it just gives me confidence. And with drop shot now, probably stating the obvious here, you want your hook facing up the way, because when you strike, you hook the fish in the roof of the mouth. If it's pointing down the way, you get the point of what I'm saying. Point ain't going to get in its mouth, is it? So now we've got that. I thought it was tangled there. It usually does get tangled in the tip of the net. The structure. If you're new to perch fishing and you're wondering where to go, look for structure. And without taking a heater into the water, just lob that nice and close to the structure. And I'm willing to bet my life savings, but ain't much. If I was watch that tip of the rod, that won't be long and going. Okay. Making us out to be liars. It's uncanny how that happens, isn't it? That's unbelievable. 2 drops, 2 fish. Third one you put the camera on it, nothing to be seen. Try dropping that again. Because it was on the drop, just as soon as they went out the bottom, boom, they were on it. Maybe a bit closer. So I think Fish with Carol does a good perch video on how to, so maybe I might go and tune into him. That didn't exactly go to plan, did it?
This perch fishing this year is just not going to plan.
Some folk tell me it's easy.
Not
It has been tough. That's a few sessions now, and it's not really producing the numbers of what we're used to.
We've been spoiled in the last couple of years, I reckon.
But I suppose perch fish that did take me till I was 38 till I caught my first one.
Aye, and since then we've become obsessed with it.
Aye.
Where did that obsession start for you?
You. It's your fault. And it genuinely was, because when I grew up I was all out wild brown trout, whether that be trotting maggots, worms, meps, spinners, lures. I even dabbled a wee bit in fly fishing. But it wasn't until I moved and obviously, as you get older, you find drinking girls and stuff like that. And then my focus shifted from football and all that carry on back to fishing, because my mate that I met through keeping fish, believe it or not, loved the canal. And even on the Firth and Forth canal, I couldn't catch a bloody perch.
The what canal?
The Firth and Forth.
Forth and Clyde.
Forth and Clyde, that'll be that one. Yeah, I can't even get the place right. But I just couldn't, I hooked them, lost them. Could see them take the lures, just could not, for the life of me, catch a perch.
You still can't catch a perch.
And it wasn't until, I can't remember how it came about that we met. I think I was looking
You
for
asked
help.
about pike fishing.
Was it pike fishing?
Aye. On a certain water, and the conditions just didn't quite suit.
Right.
So I recommended that you give perch a go instead.
Aye, the feeder fishing, wasn't it?
Aye.
And we were feeder fishing ground bait maggots for the roach and maggots over a...
I think we went all out perch.
Did we?
Definitely went all out perch, yep.
lobs.
Maggot feeders and lob worms.
And I finally caught, I think I caught a few that day.
Loads.
And I finally caught my first perch, and I'm not going to lie, I don't care how old I was, 30-year-old man, and I felt like I went at Christmas. It was such a relief to finally catch one.
Got some nice roach and some nice
Got some
hybrids
nice
that
roach,
day as
hybrids.
well.
That's when I started to realise, well, Scotland isn't just about trout and salmon, as some folk would have you believe.
Or pike.
Or pike, as it kind of it's gone now. But aye, that's when my love of not just perch but coarse fishing really became relevant in my fishing life. And I hate giving him too much credit, but his knowledge is quite impressive. I wouldn't have caught or learnt as much as what I have over the years if it wasn't for this gentleman standing next to me.
You weren't going to say gentleman there, were you?
I wasn't.
I don't know what I was going to say.
But what about you? I mean, I think you had a bit more of a fluke encounter with some big perch.
Aye, well, perch to me for the majority of my childhood, so to speak, were perch, wasps. Well, perch like that from the canal.
Wasps, that's what they're called.
Wasps, aye. And we all know that little perch can just be a pain, an absolute pain. I did get some nicer fish from the canal and they were a bit of a surprise, but the big surprise and what got me absolutely obsessed with big perch, and we're saying big perch, alright, they might not be big perch to everyone that's watching this, but a big perch does is about, what, £2, thereabouts?
£2, aye.
I got 3 fish by complete fluke in the space of an hour whilst pike fishing, whilst dead baiting for pike one day. When I was about 19, I think one was 2
Good while ago.
A wee while ago, I must have been about 20 years ago. One was about 2 1/4, one was 2 1/2, and the other one, £3.6 it went. And that is still my PB. That kind of ignited the sort of idea of actually targeting big perch, specifically going out and looking for them. And we've put in quite a bit of effort over the last few years with regards to that, with mixed results, but some really good results.
And that's the ones that keep that passion going in it.
Still nowhere near that £3.6. Well, got close a couple of times, but still looking for a new PB. But aye, it is definitely and has become a bit of a summertime obsession.
It has.
Now, I say summertime, and if you're watching this from south of the border, you'll be thinking, why stick to summertime? Well, if you've never tried fishing for perch in Scotland, I recommend you come up and give it a go.
It's not easy.
It is not easy. I don't know why, I have no idea. Our social media feeds throughout the winter are full, chocker full of big winter perch from your big rivers like the Thames and whatever other big rivers you've got down there. But up here, especially, I'm not going to say especially for us, but especially for people or anglers that specifically target these big lochs. I mean, this is one of the biggest lochs in the country. They just seem to disappear in the winter.
And that's the frustrating thing, isn't it? It's the size of our waters up here that we fish.
It's the frustrating thing, but it's also the draw.
Aye.
It is phenomenal. The fishing up here and the opportunity is unbelievable.
Now you say England and Wales combined, correct me if I'm wrong, or praise me if I'm right please, because I usually get that
Probably not.
I usually get that sort of stuff wrong. All waters in England and Wales combined fit into one of our lochs.
Yes.
Loch Ness.
Allegedly.
That is, see when you think about that, that's mind-blowing.
So Loch Ness holds more water than every body of water in England and Wales combined.
That's nuts.
That's
Just
a
think
lot
of that.
of water.
Then you add in the fact that it's no, that is the biggest, but it's not one of the, well, there's a few just as big.
It holds the most water, but it's not the deepest. Everyone thinks it is the deepest. It's
Right.
not the deepest.
Who's the deepest?
Loch Morar is
Right.
the deepest.
I knew that.
But this is the longest, believe it or not. 25 miles long. And then Loch Lomond. Loch Lomond is the biggest by surface area. And when we say biggest by surface area, again, it's bigger than every body of water in England and Wales combined in terms of surface area.
And we're not trying to diss the English here, right, or the Welsh. No, we're not trying to do that.
But
At all.
our lochs are better.
Our waters are bigger and better. And colder.
Until you go to somewhere like Finland and it's, these are puddles. Finding fish is the hardest bit.
Aye.
But it is possible, and it is possible to do it from the bank. Everyone thinks that you need to be afloat.
You don't.
It is possible to do it from the bank. You just need to put in a bit of legwork, look at the maps, study the depth charts, look for features. And we've done quite well. We've done quite well in some of the big lochs, just wandering the bank, looking for river mouths and inlets and moorings and things like that. But we made a leap not too long ago,
Faith, yes.
and it kind of opened up some more opportunities.
It certainly did, and that was the sib, I believe you're talking about.
It is indeed.
That's been a game changer, because that opened up more waters. Also opened up how shit fear I am when that loch of ours turns on us out in that sib.
Big waters can get
It
pretty
can get
rough.
pretty rough and turned on you on a sixpence, and it's, oh my God, that day that, you know what I'm talking about.
I think, aye, but after the other week though on Loose Bay, if you watched that video,
Aye.
I'm getting used to it. I think we're overreacting a little bit. I don't think it's that bad.
And nah, that was.
But aye, it's opened up more waters, and it's opened up more of the waters that we are familiar with.
Definitely. So 2 3-pounders in the same day within about an hour of each other. That was the sealing of the deal that the sub was the right purchase. Because we got that target as a result of being out in the sub, and there were 2 stunning fish. And you think a 2-pounder's big. No, a 2-pounder is a big perch. But it's when you get into the 3s, they take on a whole different shape and form, don't they?
That was your first 3, wasn't it?
It was.
On that day.
The first official 3.
First official 3, that's right. You thought you might
I
have
thought I might have had one
sneaked one.
with the measurement thing that I done with my arm on the back of a fish he caught, which we'll touch on later.
I had a couple before that. Obviously my fluky one, my PB back in, I don't know, 19, God knows when. But I did manage a couple of nice fish prior to that. That one on the river. You should have seen his face when he seen this.
Aye, it comes with my lobworms.
It's his lobworms
Anybody watching us that night,
dancing up and down the shoreline.
because at first, anybody that's caught pike will know the runs. And all day long, I didn't even turn round. I was away into my bag to get more worms. And all day, that's a pike, that's a jack. He was even, it's a jack, it's a jack. And it was giving him, it was giving you the runaround for a bit.
It was some fish, yeah.
And I'd waded back out next to him. And the 2 of us at the exact same time saw this
Big spiky
pike coming
dorsal
up.
fin out of the
The
water.
2 of us must have screamed out, "It's a perch!" And it was like, again, back to his brain melts when there's a decent fish on the line.
Yeah.
Get in it! There's a net!
I am not like that.
Yeah. Trust me, he is.
No, you've seen it. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But that was the first 3-pounder that I'd had since those flicky ones. That was the first 3-pounder you'd seen.
Yep.
And I think that really set us on the target. Or set us on the track, sorry, for
Need more of this.
specimen perch fishing.
That still is one of the nicest perch. I know you've said before about
It was a bit hollow.
needing a bit more of a belly on it, but there's the size of the head. It just sticks out for
big
me.
fish.
It was a stunning fish.
One of my favourites.
Prize catch. Went prize catch, didn't you?
3 rods.
Excuse me.
Aye, £3 perch. That was the target. The target is now, as it does in fishing, your targets constantly change. A PB or a £3, a 3.5 would be nice, wouldn't it? A 3.8. I've had a couple of 3.4s, a 3.6. I want something bigger. I know you've had something bigger, and I know you're dying to tell us.
No, we'll not talk about it now. We'll talk about
Are you sure?
the methods we've used.
Right.
The methods we've used is an interesting one. Always causes a debate. Do you remember a conversation with a certain kayaker one day?
Oh, that's right.
Held us up about 2 hours packing up. Well, he was not happy we were using worms. But again...
And he complained that he'd blanked all day.
Aye. Happy to get in blank. Fair enough.
Whatever floats your kayak.
Whatever floats whatever floats your kayak. No, but as I've said before, I do like the lure fishing. I do like one of the spots, interestingly enough, it came in the back of me phoning it with a missus one night, and I just grabbed a lure box and my rod, and it was a wee cheap out of Tickers in Helensburgh. Wee surface popper mine.
I remember catching them on the surface.
The surface poppers. And I hooked a pike, lost it, and the sun was down, big tree overhanging, casting just under the tree, and twitching it along the surface. Then I started hearing what the hell is that?
It's a bizarre sound, isn't it?
And then I finally hooked a fish. Christ, it's on. And I gobsmacked to see a perch. I'd never kind of heard much of it. Perch off the surface.
Aye.
Messaged Tim. Oh, you can go and try this. Sure as damn it. Came down. And it was, for a good couple of summers, it was the way to go, wasn't it? So that was good. I'd love to emulate that again, but I've tried. It's just not been the same. Perch. Must have just been a couple of years. That area was just prime spot. But then you've got your MEPs, twitch baits, spinner baits, soft plastics, shad teas, you name it.
Lobworms, all day, every day.
Lobworms. It is the most confident way of fishing for perch.
It's the most effective way, of course it is.
There'll be guys going on at a keeper, no, it's no.
Maybe bar live bait.
Aye, but we're not allowed to
We're not allowed to live bait in Scotland. If you're watching,
well,
if you're watching this down south, live baiting is completely illegal up here. Besides
Dead
that,
baits.
Dead baits, twitch dead baits are quite good. Yeah.
I think Big Ross has had them on the roach.
Little roach, aye, little
Dead
roach of
roach.
that size, just a drop shotted roach, even that kind of works.
Nah, even just to move into the boat, it's enough.
Aye.
Could be good. But aye, the lobs is, as we've said many a times in these videos we do, if you're fishing with confidence, you're fishing well, aren't you? And it's the way to, sometimes you can have much confidence. Like this morning, as soon as the bite's dried up, I was like, no, that's it.
Aye.
Rather than trying to hang it out and hope it
sometimes
changes,
you just know.
You know when to chuck it.
know.
And if you're no fishing with confidence, it's one of the hardest things to kind of try and draw back into yourself in it.
And obviously, we're saying this tongue-in-cheek. Everyone's different when it comes to
Fish how you want to.
their goals and how they want to fish. And yeah, okay, we have a wee laugh about it, but we like to fish your way.
I think it's one of the reasons why we do
Does it really matter? It
No, it doesn't.
It does not matter how you fish, as long as you're happy and you're catching fish.
It's one of the things why we're quite reluctant to do like a how-to. No, we're not experts in any way.
We're not qualified to teach anyone how to do it with regards to fishing, as you've just seen.
But if you can take anything from what we do and take that out and catch a fish, then great.
Just have
Brilliant.
fun.
Let us know in the comments. But I'm not going to fall out with somebody because they fish a certain way. You know, the way that guy got, you know, he did get a bit up himself, didn't he? And if you're watching, don't mean anything bad by it, but
Just lighten up a bit.
aye. Dig some worms. But we can't have a perch video talking about perch and no talk about Holland.
Ah, now he's going to talk about it. I knew it was coming at some point. He held off for the finale. This is it.
Well, they're the bigger fish, aren't they? So this was any of you's watched fishing on YouTube, which obviously you do if you're watching this, you'd have watched Fish with Carol. or Carl and Alex as they once were.
Oh, he catches fish in these videos, doesn't
Aye,
he?
he does, but aye, always a lot of carp. But there was a particular session they had on Lake Haringfleet in Holland, and I thought, I'm into some of that. So for one reason or another, we could never get the time, the money, the holidays, just a mixture of reasons why we couldn't do it. Until Mr. Jamie came along from Predator Zone, and he was desperate to find somebody to go with, because the first time I think he went with his missus.
Oof.
So me and him
Mistake.
went to Holland, and wow, it's just a different perch altogether.
Different kettle of fish.
A different kettle of fish, pardon the pun. And all the same techniques applied. The only thing we didn't use was worms. We used dead baits, we used shad teas, we used surface lures, we used everything, and we caught in every method.
And it wasn't just perch.
And it wasn't just perch, it was asp
They're a cool fish.
as well.
I fancy some of them.
And some, would that be right? Don't laugh. Do some folk call it pike perch? The zander?
Zander, yeah. It's known as pike perch in Europe. Yeah.
So that kind of ticked off all the predators for me. Now,
Did you not catch a wee pike as well?
I'm not going to mention that. It's a perch video, you tell me.
Go on, you can you've got permission. You
I
can put it in.
I still didn't get the 5 pounder. But what the trip to Holland did do was it drew my attention to creature baits and how to fish them effectively. Thanks to Rob, the guide, managed to emulate his technique at one of our local waters and catch some perch. Nothing big yet, but I do like fishing the crayfish.
Crayfish, yeah.
And that was definitely one of the ways that were the most effective. Jamie managed to get himself, what was it, £4.11 I want to say?
£4.11 I think.
£4.11 it was. And a few fish well into the 3s using that method as well. So as much as I love fishing the drop shot lobworm, I really do want to try and fish that method a lot more, because I do like it, and it is, as we've seen, it produced some stunning fish. £4, was it 4, and then the following trip, Jamie managed to burst into the £5 bracket.
Yeah, he got a 5, didn't he? That's right.
And I got to 4.6, I think my biggest one was. Couple of nice double figures under, as I say, the asp, and a pike. Do a pike.
Go on, throw a photo up.
I don't know, I'll throw the video up. But that Lake Haringfleet, is the big lake that you see. Now, due to the conditions on the first day, we fished a lake called Lake Breel, and the perch from there, I blanked. I actually lost one fish. That was all the action I saw. But I'll throw some pictures up of the fish Jamie caught, and they're almost peacock bass like. If you know what a peacock bass looks like, how vibrant the colours are, these were on a par with them, and they were stunning perch. Again, in the upper 3s, and that's just cemented this fixation of specimen perch, big perch.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get all of us over. I'd love to get Ross and Daz over there. They might spend more time doing other things right enough, but it would be good to get the rest of the boys over and experience that together. That would be brilliant. So that's the history of our obsession with the biggest fish of them all.
The biggest fish of them all.
The perch. Now, whether it's Holland, whether it's England, whether it's Scotland, whether it's lobworms, lures, or even the fly, we'll no give up. We'll always keep striving to get bigger, because the bigger the perch get, the better they look, don't they?
Absolutely.
And we'll end with a montage of our favourite perch, because we need to get back fishing. This has been the worst video I've bloody shooting at. Right, if you enjoyed this, thanks for watching.
See you later.
Are we going to go fishing?
Bye.
Right, go on.
Right, welcome back to Angling 360, and welcome back to a second attempt at trying to catch some roach. If you were one of the few people that watched our last roach session, it didn't quite go to plan. I think we got four roach, maybe 5 roach, a couple of perch, but not the bag and not the stamp of fish that we were hoping for. But Gordon was a wee bit concerned back then. If you remember, he was concerned about the time of day. He reckons that this venue fishes better in the evening. So we're going to put that to the test. We are back in the evening. It's 6:45 p.m. So don't have long. We've probably got about 4 hours to try and find some of these big water roach. We're going to fish the exact same bait, the exact same method. And when I say the exact same bait, I mean the exact same bait. We had a hell of a lot of bait left over. It's still in reasonable condition. It was mixed quite dry, so that kind of helps it keep a little bit longer. If it was very soggy, the chance that it would go a bit fusty. But it's been kept in the fridge, and it is literally the exact same bait as, what was it? It was about a week ago now. Thereabouts. Yeah, whack it all in. And we still had loads of maggots left from last time as well. They're all hiding in here somewhere. So yeah, we've had a wee bit more maggots this time, I think. So it's pretty much exactly the same setup, exactly the same bait mix. As with all good scientific experiments, it's a level playing field. Right? Trying to limit the variables as much as possible. It might need a little bit of fresh stuff in there, and luckily we do have a little bit left over. We'll freshen up with a little bit of dry stuff. Spit it all in. Put it on. And it'll probably need a wee bit more water. And yeah, 4 hours. 4 hours on an evening session. All the pressure's on Gordon here. He says that this place comes alive in the evening, and we're bound to bag up. However, I noticed he's stuck in a little secret weapon in the bait tub.
It was there last time.
It was there last time. I missed it. But some corn there for maybe some hook baits. There's some hemp left there as well, but we'll leave that just now. We're just going to fish it from scratch. We've not pre-baited. We're just going to fish it standard feeder style. Just build that swim as we go. Regular casts. Hopefully he can stay awake for a wee bit longer this time. Help build that bed of bait. And fingers crossed this time we can get the fish feeding.
Because I've probably come to realise, when it comes to feeder fishing for roach, I'm not allowed anywhere near the ground bait. However, I am convinced that this evening session is where we'll pick up the bigger fish. Because what is it they say? Guru have it on the back of their hat. Knowledge is power. So, we're going to power into this session with the knowledge and the experience of my personal best roach. Now, in case I haven't mentioned it, it is £1.9 and it is bigger than Alex's by 3 ounce. Sorry, £1.12. Yours is £1.9. Still 3 ounce bigger than that. Right, come on.
First cast on the money, right in against the boats, tight in against the boats. And just with every sort of feeder session, let's try and build that sort of bed of bait. When you've got a day session, a kind of longer session, you can build it kind of gradually. We've got 4 hours if we're lucky. So I'm going to get the bait in quite quick. So I'm going to cast every 2 to 3 minutes to start with. Once there's about 10 feeder fulls in there, start lengthening the gap in between. That's the plan. Hopefully we can get a couple of bites, a couple of indications quite quick, get the confidence up. But after our last session, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Nope, 3 minutes. Gordon was saying on the last session how he finds this quite boring when nothing's happening. I just find that's when you need to work harder. Nothing's happening, you kind of keep going, you know, keep the bait going, keep working hard. Harder you work, the luckier you get and all that. You just need to be quite motivated, quite strict with yourself. It's easy to drop off when it's slow. Whoa, that was wayward. That one was way off the money. Still to get my eye in. But yeah, I'm going to work pretty hard tonight, I think. That's the plan. So that was the 4th cast. And we're into a fish. Now if last time you get anything to go by, I'm putting my money on this being a perch. It was a very perch-like bite. It's up on the surface, it's almost certainly a perch. To be expected a few of these, I think. They just come in with their mouth open. This makes them just feel so much heavier than a roach. Hopefully the roach will move in. Little nuisance. I don't think we'll bother putting them in the net, we'll just get them straight back. It's little chunks of silver we're after. Other way, that's it. It's a start.
Alex and I were talking there, we were looking through the pictures for the timestamp to make sure our theory about evening time's right. And I come back to my rod and I thought, I've either had a drop back or I didn't tighten my line up. There's the first roach. We've only been here half an hour. So hopefully that's them turned up and they get a bit bigger.
He does my head in. Honestly, I've been casting away. I'm on my like 12th cast. I've been putting bait in constantly every 2 minutes. He's had 3 or 4 casts. He's been sitting down in his chair. He's been chatting. He's been checking his phone, and he still catches fish. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Well, I know you're kidding on there, right? I didn't sit down, but I did finish my coffee. Now, what I did do, I buy this line because it covers a load of different types of fishing that I do. I use it for my bombarder setup, I use it for my lure fishing, I use it for the perch, and it's fluorocarbon, £7, right? Now, Alex was getting a few bites, caught that perch. I'm thinking, am I fishing too heavy here? I was convincing myself that I was fishing for the conditions, because halfway in, 3/4 of the way in, there's a big massive weed bed. And we've lost fish and snapped off in it before, so I thought, right, I'll maybe get away with it. But I still hadn't had a bite. And then I changed to the line Alex has. It's £3 pulse line. And that's 0.16mm. What's this? That's 0.25. So a lot thinner, a lot lighter. And there you go. I guess a perch. Yeah, not a perch, a roach even. So you stick to the perch, right? I'll try and get the roach. But just shows you, sometimes you need to make the changes. I just did a wee dink on that rod there. The slightest boom. That's the thing with the roach, innit? Sometimes if they're quite pernickety, if you miss the bite strike straight away, you've missed your chance. I'm going to check that, cast that again, because... Oh, that's on. Is this a perch? Feels heavy. I think that just come off. Or it's tiny. Or it's a dace. It's a roach. Starting to sound like Alex. Oh, this is a roach. If it's a roach, it's not a bad one. Maybe, is it covered in weed? Is it weed? Is there a fish there? It's a perch. I was right the first time. There we go, wee Percy. As Alex says, they come in with their mouth wide open, so they give that illusion at first that they're 4 times the size what they actually are. But we're not keeping them in the net, so he can come back. Hopefully see you again when you're 4 pun. At least I'm starting to get bites. Maybe that changing the line wasn't such a bad idea after all. So to answer Alex's, or to respond to Alex's statement that I tend to fall asleep quite a lot doing this fishing, it isn't my favourite method of fishing. And I've come thinking since a couple of weeks ago, since we were last down here, why is that? I think it's the amount of effort for little reward. When we do this style of fishing but on a bigger scale for the barbel, you know you've got that chance of a double figure barbel, a specimen chub, or even a 8, 9, 10 pound bream. But I think that's what it is. Because it's like wee fish. Alex is quite a big fan of the roach. I think he said before, the big fish of small species are just as rewarding. He probably is right, because I absolutely went into meltdown a couple of years ago when I caught that big roach. And a big roach is a bonny looking fish. They take on a different kind of stature, if you will. The smaller fish I think get referred to as razor blades. I think I heard them getting mentioned once before. But definitely the bigger roach. If we're going to have a chance of this £2 plus roach, I think we're going to have to go further afield. And I think Alex has got a place in mind, because that's a couple of times he's mentioned this place down south, so we'll see if the £2 roach that was one of the first vlogs we've done in this channel could maybe make an appearance next year.
Well, this is over an hour into the session, hour and 15 minutes I think. Starting to slow down the cast now because there's not much happening. So there's a bit of bait out there. Gordon's had the only roach of the session. I've had I had a perch as well, I've had a perch. But aye, it's at this point that it's really easy to get disheartened, to lose faith and just to kind of give up and go for a sleep. But that's the satisfying aspect of this, is when it does come off, when you stick at it. When you stick at it and the bites finally start coming.
You got a bite?
I think I missed it. I either missed it or it's very small. Nah, I think I've missed it, but it definitely was a bite. But yeah, that's what I find so satisfying about this style of fishing. Is that, yeah, it sometimes takes an hour, 2 hours to get them going. And I've got a fish. But when you do get them going, it's all the more satisfying. And there's my first roach of the session. No doubt the floodgates will now open, it'll be a fish a chuck. But yeah, just right on cue. Definitely ain't big. But yeah, stick at it, stick at it. Get past that point where you lose hope. And hopefully it'll come good. So roach, alright, that one is your definition of a razor blade that Gordon was talking about earlier. Small roach, small perch, small anything can be a bit of a pain. Nothing to write home about, nothing to get excited about. But Gordon was saying there, he was comparing this style of fishing and this species of fish to barbel, chub, big bream, pike. My PBs on those species, PB pike, 26 pounds, PB barbel, 15, chub, just short of 6, bream, close to 10 pounds. I would take a £2 roach over every single one of those. I don't know, I think as anglers and as men in particular, we have this sort of fascination with big fish. Now, the bigger the better. That ego booster fish, that £30 pike, £20 barbel. A £2 roach is just as big, if you know what I mean, if not bigger. And it's that's what I like about it. Big versions of small fish are far more impressive than actual big fish, in my eyes anyway. Doesn't look like I'm going to get one though.
I've started here laughing at myself, and he's like, what are you laughing at? Did you see a £26 pike? What's my PB? £33.12. Ah, I tell you. That's the fish of the year so far, I think. Bigger the better in my book. I'm only kidding, I'd love a £2 roach and all.
just as Gordon was rebaiting after that little perch, I tip it round, and it is the target species. Not the target weight, however. They all count when it's as tough as it is today. Oh, nearly lost them. What was that? Is that 3 fish now?
3 fish.
3 fish.
Now that bite I did see, but I was that amazed that I saw it, I didn't strike. Damn it, man. Oh, there we go. This is a roach, I think. I said to Alex, he said, Christ, look at that cast. Oh, is that a wee perch? Right up on the surface there. I was way off with that cast, and Alex said, you probably still get a fish. And it's hung up in that weed. Oh no, has it come through? Has it come through? Yep. Oh, it's a perch. There we go. Extra zoom. I always wonder that, see if you're fishing off a good bit from where you're actually been focusing your ground bait getting in. I wonder if the predators start to sit around it, eyeing up all the fish.
All the fish.
All the fish that are not eating their maggots. Right, come on. Stay focused. That was another drop back bite, but I've managed to get stuck in this weed again. I've lost a fish already tonight, innit? That's a tiny wee roach. Perch even. I think I know why I'm missing all these bites. The 2 ounce tip that I would fish, which Alex said even then is heavy, I broke earlier in the year fishing for the char and the trout. And the tip that's on this is 4 ounce. This is more accustomed to the barbel, the chub, the bream on the Trent. But I've just lifted up to recast, and albeit I've got a ton of weed, there is possibly a fish in amongst all that. And it is a bloody perch. That was the first bite in a while there. But I think I missed it. Aye. That was definitely a roach bite. I would not be surprised if this came in and the maggots were squished. Had a wee cake there I had. Yep. Squished maggots. If ever you want a telltale sign that was a roach bite, that's it. So I'm going to get that back out and finish my cake.
Wow, a fish. I thought I'd take a leaf out of Gordon's book. chuck it anywhere, go and sit down and see what happened. And I got a bite, it worked. Try to get through that weed though, that's the difficult bit. Come on. I fully expect this to be a perch. It's properly buried in that weed though. What we got? A perch. Of course it is. Don't know what to say. Go away. Well, last knockings might just save this session. It's probably another perch. It looks there's a couple of bites, the last couple of casts there, but same bloody culprits. Get a wee bit annoyed now. Have we finally got a roach? No. I thought for a second there it might have been. Perch after perch after perch after perch, and they're not even big. If these were 2 pounds I wouldn't mind. Lucky if some of these go 2 ounces. Well, that one's about 6 ounces, but it's no longer the roach hotspot that we knew.
By no means what we're after, but that's fish of the night. Maybe they're starting to move in under the cover of darkness. Do you know what? I'm going to let him go. He deserves to go. They are beautiful fish, but aren't they? Time you up.
Well, as the night's progressed, the bites have certainly picked up. Mainly tiny little perch, the odd roach thrown in amongst them. This one is quite a nice looking roach actually, I think. Surely not. Yeah, it is. Now that's roach of the day. Definitely not a net job, but we'll scoop them up. There we go. That is more like what we're after. Still nowhere near the size that we're looking for, ultimately. But if we bag up on fish of that stamp, it's usually a good session. Fin perfect, stunning little roach. As long as I can see that tip, I'm continuing to fish, because all it takes is one fish to turn the session around. Nope.
Elegant as well.
Elegant as ever. light's fading, head torches are on, we can just about make out that tip. And the bites certainly have picked up. This one's done its usual in the weed. Go on, out you come. It was a very roach-like bite. Not sure if it's still there. A load of weed on it. I'm not sure it's still there. No, it's still there, and it's a perch. Shows how much I know. Just one good roach to finish. That's all I'm asking. Still time, still time.
The bites have become more frequent, but I think this is no, it's a roach. It's a roach. Told you this was an evening mark. Get another half hour, max.
Well, I think we've just about had our whack, I think. Another 5 or 10 minutes, but yeah, the last 2 sessions on this venue, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Which one was better? Today it probably picked up a little bit more than it did on our first session, but only within the last half hour. Only when it really started to get dark. Whereas ideally we'd have liked a good couple of hours to bag up on a few fish. But yeah, we don't really do much of this fishing, or much of this style of fishing anymore. And it is, or it used to be, it still is one of my favourite styles, favourite methods, and I really wanted to get out just to sort of scratch that itch. All these sessions I've done is irritate it. It's not satisfied me at all. It's been tough. It's been pretty depressing actually. So on that happy note.
Well, I think I've stole fish of the day, right at the death. I was literally just walking down to bring my rod in and it wrapped round. That's a clonker. There we go.
Move your head touch away from it.
Unbelievable, right at the death.
Hold that with it.
A second, I'll get the hook out of it. There we go.
We'll see you next time.
Right, welcome back to Angling 360. Chasing Silver Bass Edition again. And if you follow us on social media, you'll know that Nathan, who's holding the camera today, Ross, who's casting behind me, and myself have all caught a, for us up here in Scotland, a half decent bass. Alex is unfortunately working, so he can't be here today. No luck. So we've made a wee journey for a wee 2-day trip. So there'll be plenty of lures getting casted. I've started on the panic prey. Nathan's on the sand eel and the big fella's on the pachinko surface lures. No fish as of yet, but we've got 3 low tide times to fish before we need to head back home. So fingers crossed, bit of luck, we can get into that 60 centimetre, maybe even the £4, £5 bracket over the next couple of days. So, as I say, fingers crossed. The wind's been a bit of a pain, but we'll keep plugging away. There's Nathan into a fish. Now there is a seal floating about him, so fingers crossed that seal does not appear. Let's see if he gets it in. He's still fishing the sand eel. He's a good bit away from us, so and this terrain is wild, so I ain't hightailing it over there. Celebrating it, hopefully not too prematurely. Give him a good scrap. Go on, Nathan. That's in the net, well done.
Nathan wandered over here himself and got a bass almost instantly. Well done, boss. Beauty. You don't drop that now. Well done. Cracking fish. wee picture for you.
Right, we've just had a bite to eat. The tide's about an hour and 45 minutes in. Nathan, as you saw, has said, he's laughing. He said 3 fish, 2 PBs back to back. Alright for some. I had one smash me close in. Pull and drag. Then a wee half. So that was a bit of a bummer. But Ross is away for a wee nosy over here. In terms of wading, this has to be, if Nathan just pans down, it's like this all as far as the eye can see. I think the 3 of us have all nearly went in our arse at some point. So for me it's not going to plan. Signs of a fish, which is good. Ross, he's not nothing. I think we're through, or me and Ross are through every lure in our box. Nathan has stuck to the same sand eel and has sadly now lost it. His confidence is well like that. So I will keep plugging away. We've maybe got another hour and a half of the tide coming in at this mark, and then we'll go and get ourselves over to the next mark for the evening. Low. Oh, he's nearly wet in his arse. Right, let's get cracking. So the wee sandy beach we were at didn't really have any us full of confidence. So we went for a coffee, a bit of ultimate carrot cake. Nathan had a bowl of soup, Ross a coffee, and we've came to a high water mark. Deep water, pretty much straight off the rocks. And we've changed to the skerries. You've probably seen them on the fish locker. They're Ross getting soaked by a wave. But we're only going to give this an hour or so, and then we're going to make our way round to the evening spot, bit of dinner, and see how we get on. But it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. But somebody told me this is ideal bass weather, so I'll give it a go. No risking my ankles for nothing. Well, that last mark was a bit sketchy, wasn't it?
Boy, I'll say. A wee bit, aye.
So we decided to come and check the evening mark out. It's kind of 50-50, isn't it? One side where we want to fish is kind of looking a bit rough, and the left side where we can still fish looks ideal.
That's doable. That looks awful.
Aye, we do only have a couple hours this evening, but I think the plan is a couple of beers, alcohol free, week 5 off the alcohol.
Free.
And tomorrow morning we're going to get up at
8:30.
8:30.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Believe it when I see it.
Aye, 8 o'clock.
And go back to where we were this morning. Because I think that's where the
That
confidence
was
is at.
definitely confident spot.
So we're just going to sit on this lovely golden beach, people
beautiful, isn't
watch, have a laugh, and maybe get some burgers on.
And catch a bass.
I catch a bass, because we've not caught one yet.
No. Don't care about burgers, man. I want a bass.
Nathan's not allowed to fish later. Right, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Go. Right, we've had a couple of beers. He's had a couple of dragon suits, so I don't know what kind of nick he's going to be in when stumbling down these rocks, but we are now going to go and try the kind of, this is more of a shallow bay, rocky bay, so surface lures are a must, I'm told. So surface lures is what I have on. And this is where Ross got his bass.
No, this is where Ross nearly got the bass.
Well, this is where Ross nearly got his bass, I do apologise. And he lost a few nice ones. So, and it was in the evening. The sun's on its way down. We've got about 2 hours to dark and 3 hours left of the tide going out, which is apparently the best time. So we are told. So let's get cracking.
It's a new day. We're all a wee bit tired. I'm particularly a wee bit tired. But we're not giving up. It's fast time. Wee bite to eat. We drive back to where we were yesterday and it's on. Like mud on a pig. If we don't get any, I'll be distraught. We will. Positive vibes.
And we've made it at least into the beginning part of the water. If Nathan pans that way, without getting his big finger in the road, that's got to be one of the worst terrains, especially with waders on, trying to get across. The big fella, he skips across it like Bambi. But me and Nathan somewhat struggle. But we're back on the mark from yesterday where Nathan had his 3 fish. I believe all 3 of us have sand eels on. Ross and I have inlines, 27 grams. Nathan's sticking to his trusty fixed one. Hopefully today before we go home. We reckon we've got 5 hours. It's 3 hours to low and then we've got a couple of hours on the way back in. So fingers crossed. There'll not be a lot of talking today. It'll just be cast, cast, cast and hopefully bass, a bass, a bass. Alright, big un?
That's it, my man.
Right, let's get a lure in the water. Without killing myself. Finally into a bass. Absolutely smashed that at distance on the big line through sand eel. Hope was slowly diminishing. Oh yes. Try and work it through that kelp. Oh no, it's off! Oh, you c***. Well, that was a Saurian losing that fish right at the net. 2 minutes later I got a wind knot. 2 minutes after that I lost my lure. So I'm now thrashing a surface lure in the hope of attracting a bass. Ross and I were just saying there, it's hard to keep the confidence up right to the death when you've had no luck whatsoever. But as we also said, a fish in the last cast could change a whole weekend for the two of yous. Dragon Soup, he's buzzing. He's had a great weekend. But one fish at the death, I'll take over a fish right at the start any day. We have 10 minutes till low tide and then a couple of hours on the way back in, and then it'll be fall back and regroup until the next time. But in between that time there's a certain trip to the River Ebro coming up. No doubt blank on that as well, but it's not for a want of trying. Oh my God. Oh my God, that absolutely hammered that and went for a screaming run. Oh please. We've literally called the last hour. Oh. This is kiting like mad. Oh my God. Oh no 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 no. Keep him up, keep him up. Oh, it's coming in. Oh shit. Oh. Yes! Yes! Oh, you fucking beauty. I'm done. I've literally just tied that lure on 3 casts ago. Oh, that's a doozy. You going to get a closer look, Nathan? Ross is still out there frantically casting, but I'll try my best. There we go. Scottish bass. You got a couple of photos for us, please, Nathan? Well, unfortunately, that's sustained a bit of damage in the back of the throat, so I am going to take this for my dinner because they are damn tasty, fine, tasty fish. And I've worked bloody hard for it, so I'll enjoy that for my tea tonight. A couple of nice fillets off of that. Get them dispatched off camera and we'll get them weighed and measured. I think that might be close to a PB, if not a PB. Cheers, Nathan. Well, chasing silver, bass edition. That was tough, I'm not going to lie. Nathan had a good day yesterday. Managed winning himself today. The big fella. He's not in the best of moods. He's driving to. He's still casting away furiously there. Want to hear him. That's a good laugh, but that's a good laugh. Delighted to get that fish at the death there. The hit and the run they take. It's kind of made me think about getting one of these chest plates for the GoPro to get moments like that on camera, because it's friggin' phenomenal. By the time Nathan would get his phone out to film me, it already took 2 runs. And the thing we've noticed, all the fish we've had have been at distance. So you're casting a good, I don't know, what do you reckon? 20, 30, 40 feet or something. Maybe, I don't know, I'm crap with distances and that, but a fair old chuck with a 28 gram lure. 3 or 4 turns of the reel and then bang. It's just that thud and the turn and the run is just incredible. Luckily landed that one, or unlucky for him. That'll be Kobe and iced tea tonight. And that one I lost earlier, I kind of made up for it, but I think he's got 5 minutes left. He's the one that wants to be away and up the road for the football this evening, so. Chasing Silver Bass Edition. Hope you enjoyed that one. See you the next time, and the next time will be, hopefully, with a big ass catfish and a common carp. See you then.
I'm a drop in the ocean, just a face in a crowd waiting to be seen. Big dreams set in motion, I wanna go where no one's ever been. I would climb the highest mountain, I would dive the deepest sea, just so I could make you feel what I feel. Aiming for the sky, yeah, I really thought we'd make it. Got my head in the clouds, but I can see the world from up here, from up here, from up here. The world from up here, from up here, from up here. Can see the world from up here. Go ahead, call me crazy. I always see the good in everyone. Blue-eyed and naive, wow. Way up here, I can see the sun. I would climb the highest mountain, I would dive the deepest sea, just so I could make you feel what I feel. Aiming for the sky, yeah, I really thought we'd make it. Got my head in the clouds, but
I know they said it was going to be hot, but don't mind if I swear on this bit, but fuck me,
It's cooking.
it's cooking.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it, 41?
It is
It is hot,
sitting at 41.
41 degrees. There is barely a breath of wind.
Us Scottish aren't built for this.
Nah, we're no built for this. So that's us, we managed to get up at 1:30 this morning, get our flight over here. Ed picked us up and we went for a bite to eat. Back to the apartment, which is literally on the bank of the river. So we're in Macquinenza, I think that's how we say it. And we're fishing a tributary into the Ebro, which I believe is just over there. And we're chasing a fish you've always wanted to catch.
A Wells catfish.
And I've got my eye on one of these wild river carp. So a realistic target is what we've been given is a £30 plus carp, which I'll be more than delighted with. That will smash my PB carp at £12 out the water.
And I've never been too fussed for catching carp, but since you're talking about it, and the two boys that we jumped in the motorway coming along here kept going on about these great River Ebro carp, so I'd be rude not to get a bass while I'm here, but I want at least £100 catfish and then take it for there. That's the goal for tomorrow, eh? Day one.
Day one, £100 is a realistic target. Now, what we're aiming to do with this is the guys for Guru were here in November, and I believe Matt got a £47 carp, no, £49 carp.
Aye.
We'll throw a picture and some videos up. And Brendan, or Brenda as he's known, 164 I think it was. Any corrections we'll put on the screen. Catfish. So that is our target. Can we beat the Gurus? Only time will tell.
Do you know how long they were here for? So we've got, what, 6 days fishing?
We've got 6 days. I think they were here for 4 days. But there's only 2 of us. There was 4 of them.
Okay, that's fair.
So that evens it up a bit.
Yeah.
So we're going to go and find somewhere to get an ice cold drink, a bite to eat, and then we'll have an early night because we're up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Shattered as well. I'd barely any sleep. I was about an hour and a half sleep.
He thought we were coming tomorrow. So on that bombshell, go and find this shop.
Right.
Right, go on.
From up here, from up here, from up here. The world from up here.
It's took us a whole 6 minutes to find a bar. Well, any sort of shop/restaurant that would sell us a cold beverage and got gas to it, so God help us how we're going to survive a whole week.
Day one with the rods out. Some effort just to get the rods out. It's a 3-man job getting the rods out. A couple of pound in lead. I think it's 4 20mm halibut pellets, 21mm halibut pellets. Fist in a hair rig, size 5 O hook I think it is. One of the bells just rattled, Jamie. The edge just popped off to the shop. You know what's going to happen. One of these rods are going to go, going to be left on their own. But it's just a waiting game now. 4 rods fishing. Rock, paper, scissors. Jamie's won the first duel.
1, 2, 3.
And by the sounds of it, that's exactly what it's going to be. The braid on these reels are £120 I think it was. £5 test curve. Rods designed by Ed himself. So we're in good hands. As I say, it is just a waiting game now. I think the first soaking of baits is like 3 hours. And then Ed will bring them back in, rebait them, so on and so forth. But it's to get up to 42 degrees. Oh, that was a rattle. Right. Jamie, you ready for this? I think that rod's going to go. only got a piece of bamboo, the rest of the stuff you want. Hold it, mate. Got out, pull it up towards you. Clutch up. Go on down. Now take your time. Pull down to the one. Yep, now pull back. Pull that. There you go. Right, remember what I said about not being flat-footed? Don't keep pulling back. You're hardly keeping pace with it. Just keep winding for a minute, don't pump the rod so you catch it with it properly. Now pull back. Use the rod like you'd use the rod normally. Pull back on the rod. Like, i.e. put a bend in it. Keep winding down, 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 keep winding down. Right, now pull back with the rod. Right, come down through my armies. Now pull right back. Right, best way of describing it. Hands on a watch. 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock. That's your 2 o'clock position when my arm is. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. That's better. Now bring down to 2 o'clock. Still moving?
Yeah.
I'm solid on you. Yeah?
Yep.
You just trust me for 1 minute?
Yep.
There's a little bit more brute force and ignorance. We try it. If not, I've got to go in the bolt and free it. Go on. It had just gone to ground on you, it wasn't snagged.
Okay.
Now what I'm going to want you to do is I want you to come forward onto the flat here so I can get you underneath these rods in a minute. Right? Now don't stand flat footed, brace yourself again. That's it. Come forward onto here, onto the flat. You've got it end up with a £40 car. Take your time, don't worry about the weight. Don't worry about the weight. Told you,
That's a big car.
very big car. 1 second.
Fuck me, man. That wasn't even a catfish, that one life of me.
Watch that rock. Pull it away, pull it away. Look at the size of that carp. Holy shit, Jamie.
The first ever carp day, fucking hell.
£30 plus all day, that fish.
Bear in mind, I've never caught a carp in my life.
Find it easy if you can get up on one knee, mate, and rest your elbows. Now push it away from your body, keeping it over the mat. Now you just get the sling out of the way.
What a fish, man.
Right?
That's your first carp.
Right, keep hold of it like that. I'm not trying to drown you.
It's alright. Get some photos, aye?
Yeah. That's insane.
My first ever carp. Jeez, oh.
Go right up.
Yeah. Well,
Make sure it's clear of the floor. Go on, up you go. Yeah, it wasn't a bad guess, was it really? I called 34 pounds, 34 pounds, down you go.
34 pounds, yeah, what's that?
Right, you want to get down into water, I'll pass the fish down to you.
not the species I came for, but I never thought I'd be so happy about a carp. Take that.
The handle of this rod is fucking roasting. I think this is a small carp, but
Easy in this heat, isn't it?
Don't let the lead swim too much. Get it up again.
oh my god.
You got the fried arm in there. That's it, to get back to the water's edge. You got water up there, yeah?
Yep.
Move the sling and everything away. That's it.
It's only took all day. Finally got. This is the fish I was after. Jamie was a catfish. I was a big wild common. if Ed could push my glasses back on my face, that'd be great. There we go. Jamie, would you do the honour and get a couple of photos? We've not weighed it yet. And this heat, fish care is obviously paramount, so everything needs to be done quickly. So with that said, look at that, look at the colour on that. Look at the thickness across its back, Jamie. Look at that, it's nice being in this water. That's literally a dream come true. You getting that colour, Jamie? Look at the shine of the gold on that. There he goes. That's what you want to see. Oh. Well, I've just applied the third layer of factor 50. It's 5 o'clock and it's been non-eventful on the carp front. Jamie has landed a monster carp, for our standards at least anyway, of £36. I then managed, must have been about 6 hours later, 5 or 6 hours later, managed that one at 38. But even just the rebaiting process, the rehooking process of the baits, bringing in that weight, Ed's rowing the boat out, God knows how he feels, but even just holding the rod with the heat, it's a challenge in itself. So Ed's away to get some cold drinks and some ice creams from the shop. The rods have been rebaited and put back out for a 4th time. One thing that I never considered was the breakdown of the pellets in this heat in the water. Breaks down over a couple of hours, so it's important to keep on top of that. I had brought in the 4th rod after that fight. Jamie brought in the 2 other rods, and as I say, the 4th rod came in last and it had no pellets left on it. So always learning for your guide. air conditioning. Wow. Walked into an apartment and it was like walking into a fridge. It was brilliant. No cats, but to be honest with you, I'm not fussed. I got what I wanted, a £30 plus carp. Jamie, he got his first ever carp at £34. Mine's went to 38. Stunning fish. Tomorrow, or the next video, we're moving swims to try and tick off these big cats. But the first day, I've got to admit, handled the heat a wee bit better than I thought I would, but towards the end of the day, I think even Ed, the guide, was struggling. I think it topped the old red stuff, and the thermometer went up to 43 at one point. But a lovely breeze came in towards the end, which helped packing up that wee bit easier. So we're going to go and get a cold shower and head out for some dinner. I think I told you we're having an early night. Absolutely shattered. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.